So hello and welcome to our ongoing series of Icons of Relocation podcast. My name is Simon Johnston. I'm the CEO of Icon Relocation, a provider of world-leading home search, moving technology and property management solutions. Today, I'm delighted to be talking to my colleague Becca Gunn again about what is perhaps one of the most interesting topics that is happening within the UK relocation market, and that, of course, is the housing situation. That the housing market at the moment is probably, I would say, seeing more change in the last 6 to 8 weeks than we've seen probably in the last few years combined. It's an extraordinary rate of change. Could I ask you, as you're so involved with you and your colleagues on the research side of things, what are you seeing? What's happening in the marketplace?
It's really busy for sure. Like, it's definitely busy. That doesn't mean that there's lots and lots of properties to go around. It's just that there's so many people wanting them, so therefore there's lots of viewings going on. We found that, when we're booking viewings and we're talking to agents and we're seeing what the market's like, they're pretty much out viewing all day, every day. There's no kind of let up in terms of having any office time for the agents at the moment. So that potentially adds a challenge in terms of trying to book them, because they're not always in the office for us to be able to speak to, or anyone to be able to speak to. So right. I think consequently they've then hired kind of admin receptionists, people that manage their diaries, because they just haven't got the capacity to do that themselves. And they're block viewing properties for like 20, 30 people at a time. So it just makes the competitiveness a bit higher in terms of when you're going forward for a property, just because the stock levels aren't there, but they've obviously got to show it to the people that want to see it until a landlord accepts an offer. So although obviously we're busy booking viewings as many as we can, and there is stuff out there, it's just obviously you have to grab it at the right time and be ready to view it when they're going to go and view it, because they're less flexible in terms of viewing times, because they are back to back. And it's almost like, we call them up and they say, well, I'm going to this property at this time on this day, and it's like there's no other option. So like, well, right. Okay, we'll have to go then. So although we are making home search days work as we would traditionally, they do have to be a bit more of a hybrid model, in the fact that we say, we've booked these viewings for this day, but this and this can be viewed on this day at this time, this day at this time, this day at this time. So we're not discounting anything that is potentially suitable for the individual or the family that need the property, but we're just saying to them, we've booked this for us to accompany you, but there are these properties that we think would be suitable, but you have to do it at this time, because they're the only times that the agent and or landlord are allowing access to do viewings. So I think that is the biggest change in terms of making things a success, is the fact that we have to make sure that we're very upfront and clear with the individuals and families that we will be taking you out on a home search, we will be accompanying you, but there may be instances where we find a property that we really don't want to discount because of the market at the moment, and we want you to have the opportunity to see it and have the opportunity to rent it. So therefore you have to be then flexible with your schedule in order to view it independently outside the home search day. And that seems to be an everyday kind of situation. There's not been many research cases that we've done that we haven't needed to do that or provide that. That doesn't necessarily mean that they take up that offer, but at least we're offering an alternative to view, right. And we're providing as much properties opportunities to them as we can.